I'm a hot dog. What are you doing? Okay. Good shot.
God damn it, Sean, don't move so much.
Why?
The camera.
That's what it's for.
It's the most spookiest time of the year.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Captain Aiden and
Dom the Swab.
And if you can't tell, this is the Halloween episode.
Yay. It's all
Yay.
spooky. I'm a hot dog.
I'm a hammerhead shark, but I don't know if you can see my head in frame.
And I'm a sexy
can.
pirate or a matador.
You're Russell Brand.
Same difference.
How many years do you think we got left of, like being allowed to be like a hot dog for Halloween, because
I feel like a hot
What?
dog is timeless.
Because it's really offensive to like
Dogs.
vegans and vegetarians, it's
I thought you were going to say to cat dog.
Time is almost up on the hot dog costume.
I don't know, man. I
Yeah.
think
I think it's timeless. I don't think you could ever just not wear it.
oh my god, he's coming in with meat face.
Jesus Christ. It is hot in this suit. Of course, I picked an outfit that is completely just head to toe and covered in thick-ass fabric.
See, that's why you guys should have gone with the sexy outfit.
I should have.
Although Dominic, yours is pretty.
I'm a sexy hot dog.
So how have you guys' weeks been?
I finally packed my bag, the hospital bag. Yay! You should add some cheers right there. But
like a bunch of claps.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I finally did it. Everything's packed.
What kind of
What you got in there, Aiden?
what's in the bag?
What's in
So I
the
got
bag?
the typical stuff. So I got the clothes, the pillows, the blankets, the hospital shoes, the hygiene things, the baby sound calmer thing.
Wait, what's a baby sound calmer thing?
Like the white noise machine.
I don't think that's gonna be necessary for the hospital.
Everyone keeps telling me it is, so I'm just packing it.
Who's everyone?
I've had a couple people reach out when I asked for inquiring
it
about
might be.
what I should put in the
It'll
bag.
probably be nice for Heather. It's probably more nice for her trying to
Well, I've
zone
had-
out.
Or
Yeah.
maybe babies like ocean noises.
Yeah.
It reminds them of the
The
womb.
womb, yeah. But I packed headphones. Well, I did pack headphones too, but earplugs, and then masks so Heather can sleep.
What part are you gonna try to film?
All of it.
All of it? You'd be like, hold on, babe. Let me. I gotta set up. The
Yeah,
GoPro.
well, she wants me to.
I gotta get the time lapse
Well,
going.
My wife knows me well, and you can actually both of y'all can attest to this. I bring my camera everywhere, and I will set up time lapses as we're hanging out. So it's honestly nothing new. So
I'm
just
waiting
gonna,
for that time lapse of the birth.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do a time lapse of the birth, and then record it. I have a couple of cameras, and then I even packed our little our instant camera where the film actually comes out, like the old school. I can't think of the camera name right now. Sean, what's the name of the camera? Can you look it up? The instant one, dude.
Like a Polaroid.
There you go. That's
Wow,
the
you're
word.
getting fast, Sean.
Man, Sean, I didn't even hear the keyboard.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, I packed my camera, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited.
So what are you planning on eating when you're at?
So I packed a food bag of just some healthy snacks and just random things I like to eat. I also packed a bag of quarters and dollar bills so I can use the vending machine or cafeteria, whatever.
Yeah, I wonder how the cafeteria food at hospitals is nowadays.
It's honestly not bad. I used to volunteer, and the food's pretty decent.
Is it better
Yeah.
than high school?
It actually
cafeteria?
was. It was totally was better than.
Yeah, it's way-
Is it better than Luby's?
Yeah.
I guess depends on what you get, but yeah,
When-
there are some things that are better than Luby's.
When
Okay.
the potato was born, I had to eat cafeteria food for 4 days there, and
Oh,
it's
wow.
it kind of reminds me of almost Cracker Barrel, but not as not country food, but it feels like homemade food a little bit.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
and they have really good snacks in there too. So
That's good.
Because doctors and stuff, they're gonna get
Yeah.
food. They want them to
they want them to eat.
they want them to want to eat the food there.
Yeah.
So
I hear the doctors actually have hell of a setup in their break room.
I bet they do.
Probably, yeah.
Like at some of these places, they get like steaks and shit.
I don't know about that.
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
Oh yeah, they get some like really cool amenities up there.
Uh-huh.
It pays to be a doctor.
Yeah, I bet it does. We had a housewarming party over the weekend. And it was pretty fun. It was bubble themed.
Oh yeah, I was late to that.
Yeah, well, you had work and stuff.
You should
Aiden
have.
moving, you know.
Aiden, you came surprisingly early. You were only half an hour late.
Yeah, that was
I was
surprisingly
like,
early for me.
whoa, you're here before most people.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. I had to blow up a lot of balloons that just ended up popping in the heat of the sun, and so they.
Welcome to my life, baby.
Oh my gosh! Like so much time just blowing up balloons to make like an arch just for them just to pop within a couple hours of being outside, and they were like confetti filled, so they were
They
so
left a
fun to
mess.
clean.
yeah. had a bunch of family over, a lot of random kids. My son made orange over the week. Yeah. He made orange like out of like some watercolor things.
Oh,
So
good job, man.
Yeah,
He's
man.
moving
He's-
into those secondary colors.
he's really
Yeah.
getting there.
Woo! I remember the first time I made orange. I mixed ketchup and mustard.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Blew my fucking mind. So I saw Squid Games recently.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I'm still working on it. I'm like 2 episodes in.
I
but
thought it was
it's
a
cool.
movie for the longest time, and then I just realized
No,
that
it's
a
like
series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat though. It's South Korean horror, and those guys don't fuck around.
Yeah. That's what I've heard. I've heard it's pretty violent, but you know,
It was
I don't
really
mind
good.
Some violence.
Did you finish it already?
Yeah.
No spoilers.
A lot of people die.
No, don't know. I didn't know.
There's a cliffhanger.
I heard that guy wrote the movie like in 2006, or wrote it in 2006, and just got like denied over and over again.
Yeah, he's been working on it for a long time and finally got the push. It was a nice, pleasant surprise for Netflix because I don't feel like Netflix has had anything super solid in a minute.
I don't know. I every year they come out with like a few really cool things.
Yeah, but there definitely has been like a damper on like I feel like what Netflix has been like because they're not really able to get certain items anymore because there's so many different streaming platforms like Paramount. They're not ever going to get a Paramount movie ever again. HBO has Warner Brothers, so they don't get Warner Brothers stuff anymore.
Yeah, but they've been firing on all cylinders, like making new content. You can't say they haven't like made some cool stuff in the past year. Like I can think of 3 things off the top of my head.
All right, what are the 3 things?
Bo Burnham's special, Queen's Gambit, and that's it. That's all.
Gambit.
Gambit?
You said gamut.
Gambit?
Is that how you're supposed to say it?
No,
like,
it's Gambit.
like Gamut, Janet.
Oh.
Ooh.
Squid Games.
They're hitting more on like the anime stuff.
That's
now.
true, yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of anime are you into, Aiden?
I really only dabbled in a little bit, but like Death Note was like the main one I used to watch all the time. Sometimes I'd watch what's that other one? Sean, what is it? Butler?
Black Butler?
Yes. I
Mm.
used to watch that one.
Good name.
It's about as questionable as it sounds.
Yeah.
Not in the way you might think.
Not in the way you might think, for sure. But
That's anime.
yeah. Anime in a nutshell.
So do you guys have any Halloween plans?
Have a baby.
I'm gonna be working.
I think I accidentally agreed to some Halloween stuff. I don't remember what it was.
Guys, look, I forgot to mention my socks is sharks.
They're sharks.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
biting me.
Shark do 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 do. You should.
You're a composite shark.
I'm just relishing in the beauty of your costume.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Sean must have heard that one before.
Oh, there we go.
Hey.
Dad
You know I
jokes
didn't,
just
but I'm
rolling
trying to
out.
catch up.
Oh. That will be all the hot dog based puns that I have planned for this. So Halloween, Aiden,
Yeah.
what is like your definitive Halloween movie?
It's not Halloween unless I watch Hocus Pocus, Practical Magic, Casper, and the Halloween Town from the Disney series. I feel like if I watch those movies, then it feels like it's Halloween. And then, of course, if you throw in like some scary movies like Halloween or Freddy Krueger's or Jason or what else? I've been really into the Annabelle series with the demonologist Lorraine Warren and her husband, and all those movies and all the movies that surround them. Those are pretty cool.
Those are pretty. Casper, yeah, Casper definitely is like a staple.
Staple,
Beetlejuice,
Beetlejuice.
gotta Beetlejuice
Juice
it up
Mhm.
for it.
Nightmare Before Christmas if you can't.
That
you
one
know,
you kind of
get enough.
that one you start like on Halloween Day.
Yeah.
You don't watch
Yeah.
that prior to Halloween. You have to watch Nightmare Before Christmas on Halloween Day or on Thanksgiving.
Well, I was gonna say,
Or on Christmas,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Or on Christmas, yeah.
yeah.
It's a between season movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah, you don't want to do that one too early.
The classic though.
Yeah.
You won't get the right feels if you do it too early.
Yeah, it's more of a Christmas movie like Die Hard.
Yeah.
For sure. That's why it works out for like Thanksgiving.
Did y'all ever have any like Disney Channel like scary movie favorites?
Oh
other than
yeah, I
Halloween
was
Town?
just talking to my boss about I think it's called Under Wraps.
Oh yeah, Under Wraps.
Yeah,
Or,
it's where this kid like who's really big into like horror movies gets this mummy. Like he finds this mummy and keeps him in his room and teaches him about the world. And then there's like a romance angle to it, like the mummy's in love with another mummy.
Oh.
I haven't
Yeah,
seen that
so
one in a while.
they redid it for Disney. So it's a little I guess Hispanic boy, and it's same movie.
Okay.
I saw a scene where he gives him some pizza and hot sauce. So that's cool.
When did this
Yeah.
come out?
Just now. Well,
Okay,
Oh,
so
okay,
this is a
this is a new one.
yeah, back in the day, I think it came out early 2000s, maybe 90s. But
Yeah, I think it was in the 90s. But yeah, I think one of mine is Don't Look Under the Bed. Do you
Yeah,
remember
that was a good
Oh,
Disney
yeah.
one.
that was a really good one.
that's the one about like boogie
Yeah.
people.
Boogie Person.
That one was really funny.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
we were getting introduced to proper pronouns earlier.
Yeah,
than we thought.
we really were. Yeah.
I remember like the sword is mightier than the pen, and then
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the sword was not mightier than a fingernail.
yeah.
That was a good one. They had one where like these little aliens came to your backyard. I think it was called Can of Worms.
Oh yeah.
That was a weird one. Visually
Yeah.
really cool. A lot
Yeah.
of puppeteering.
What was that Little Monsters too? That was
Yeah, Little Monsters.
Little
was a good-
Monsters.
I don't think that's a Halloween movie, but
It could be classified as one. I
Yeah,
think.
it's Little Monsters was good. It had that kid from the Wonder Years in it.
Yeah.
yeah. I had some wayward science. There were some things in there that are not possible. Like some guy like conducted electricity through 2 pencils. It's not believable.
Well, there's lead in pencils.
Yeah, it doesn't conduct very well.
Why don't you look it up?
You can't, I already did. I did look it up.
I'm kidding. To me, like a Halloween movie that really like hits my heart, but like I haven't seen it in years. I kind of want to rewatch it this year just to see if it held up. Ernest P. World. You remember Ernest
Oh,
P. World?
Ernest Scared Stiff.
Yeah. You don't remember Ernest?
No.
He was like
He kind of looks like a really.
he was
not
like a
ripped-
white hick Medea.
He looks like a really like trailer park John Cena that isn't ripped at all.
I don't know. if
I think
that's the way-
I think I know what you're talking about.
You don't
Yeah.
know Ernest?
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It was that dude that had, like,
he's
the bigger
this,
nose?
Yeah, he had a big nose.
Yeah,
He'd
yeah.
wear like
he's got a little bit of an accent.
He'd
He's
wear, like, that
really
shower
dumb
cap
and
with
he fucks
the-
everything up.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like there's
I don't
one
remember
where
what
he
the
like
movie's
goes
about.
into the
but I think I know what you're
army.
talking about.
There's
How about y'all could just both keep talking at the same time?
blah, 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 blah.
It's like, it would like pause, then y'all would both go pause, and then both go.
We got excited.
Happens.
And how do you know Ernest?
How do I know?
I mean, what do you do you remember Ernest?
I don't remember what the movie was about. I think I
Not the
know.
word, but you know Ernest P. World.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
He was like the redneck Pee Wee Herman, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
Pretty much.
he was great.
It's like,
Touched-
if Larry the Cable Guy and Pee Wee Herman were
yeah,
one,
yeah. That's a good way to.
one very wholesome person.
Mm-hmm.
He was a good guy.
Wasn't he in some movie where they had to like take milk and squirt it on these monsters? to,
That's
like-
the one we're talking about.
That's the one you're talking
Yeah,
about. Okay, yeah. I totally remember that movie.
That was
yeah.
those monsters' like weakness was like
Milk.
milk, and then they would put milk into
and
like
the
these
squirt guns.
these little
Yeah,
super soakers. That was a cool movie.
that was a cool
It
movie.
was.
Yeah.
It was.
I love like 80s really bad 80s like horror movies. Like, you remember Creep Show? Did you ever watch Creep Show?
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, Creep Show fucked me
I
up.
loved Creep Show.
Mm-hmm. The second one too,
Yeah, the second one was really good.
I don't know if I
where
saw
they
the
had
second
that
one.
like glob in the lake. That
Yeah, the second one was the better one. That one was
Oh.
real cool. But I loved like the whole aesthetic of it. It was
Oh,
like
yeah.
a Goonies like Halloween kind of feel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was. I always remember that one scene where the dude like buries, I guess, his daughter and her fiance in the sand at a beach, and then they show up as like corpses at his house, and they're like, "You can't hold your breath."
They were weird.
Yeah.
One that I remember from it was there was these like really rude like teenage Native American kids being rude to the elderly Native American guy, and then those Native American looking wooden cigar holding things.
Oh yeah, it was like the cigar man.
Yeah, that wooden statue goes on a killing spree.
Yeah, I do remember that.
And then like the old man kind of knows what that statue did. He just killed his grandkid over like him saying like a nasty insult about him, and I think he took money from him maybe, but
Yeah, there was some other thing going on.
straight up murdered him, and he was like, "It's okay, old friend."
The dumbest one in that though was like the farmer who finds the meteor in his backyard, and like he goes to touch it, and then like green stuff starts growing everywhere.
He turns into like a plant kind of
Yeah,
guy.
like he tries to
Oh.
take a bath, but like
Yeah.
that's what you're not supposed to touch it with water. So like he ends up doing a shotgun thing. It was neat.
Their best one was all these kids were like swimming in like this old lake.
Yeah, that was in the
And-
second one.
Yeah, and then they go to like this like little floating platform in the middle of the lake, and there's just like this gooey killer monster like in the water, and it kills them one by one.
Shit.
And at the end of it,
Yeah, this one dude makes like a mad rush and like makes it to the shore, and he's like, "Ha ha! I did it!"
Fuck you! And then the next scene, the last scene, and it gets like to a still. Like you see this gooey monster just jumping out of the water, and he was like, "Shit!"
Hey kids, it's spooky season.
This
Now get out of here. Parents, I'm talking to you. Do you want a spooky beer for this? The Halloween of your life? Nothing spookier to me than the strawberry blonde. It's like a bombshell blonde, but it's red with strawberries. Or are they?
Thank you, Southern Star.
Thank you so much, Southern Star.
What horror movie fucked you up the most, Aiden?
It wasn't even a movie. I don't even know if you consider this like Halloween themed or even part of the genre, but Goosebumps.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Goosebumps. Actually it was a 2-part episode of it was the werewolf one where the kid goes to his aunt and uncle's and
Werewolf at Fever Swamp.
Yes, Fever Swamp. That fucked me up, and I was convinced that werewolves were real and that there was one in my backyard, and it didn't help that I lived on a dead-end street with the bayou, and the bayou looked a lot like the creek in like the show, and I was like, I know there's a fucking werewolf down there, and like I would not go outside at nighttime. Like I was just like, yeah, no, fuck that.
Man, the episode that freaked me out from that was Slappy. It was one of those things, though, that when I first watched it, it was okay. But after watching it 3 times, I was suddenly afraid of that dummy.
Yeah, that dummy. I know that ventriloquist thing was
Yeah.
pretty. They, I had a VHS of a Goosebumps episode
Yeah.
of like this weird green mask.
Oh, yeah, the haunted mask.
Yeah, dude, that fucked me up as a kid.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, this mask might kill me.
It had that weird ending, though, where she has, like, the plaster face that her mom made for her. And she's like, a symbol of love.
Don't
a
remember
symbol
that.
of love. And then all the masks were, like, coming at her, and they're like, oh, no, thank you. That's how it ended.
That's how it ended. So this werewolf fucked you up, Aiden.
Oh yeah, it fucked me up big time.
What fucked me up the most was the movie The Ring.
Yeah.
I saw that when I was like 11 or 12,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't feel right about taking a shower for like a week. because like I was like, oh, she's gonna come out of the water and she's gonna fucking kill me.
I feel like you guys watched the fuck me up movies like a lot later than I did.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What fucked you up and what age?
Pet Cemetery.
Okay.
Yeah,
I never saw Pet Cemetery.
Oh, that one's so freaky, man. Like, it's this kid gets hit by a truck.
The kid from the Terminator 2 is in it, right?
I have no idea. There's a little kid in it, and like this little boy like gets hit by a truck. The dad is like devastated, and then like the corpse of his friend like crawls up next to him on his bed, and he's like, "Don't bury your son in the pet cemetery."
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So then he buries his son in the pet cemetery.
Okay.
Wow.
And he comes back, but he's evil, still like rotting. He's like killing the whole family.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a great family movie.
That's fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, the other one was Deep Blue Sea.
Oh, I love
Deep Blue Sea fuck you up?
I was a little kid.
Deep Blue Sea is really good.
Yeah,
LL Cool J lived.
Yeah.
He was the best part of the movie.
Yeah, he was.
Nah, Samuel L. Jackson getting eaten after a inspirational
Oh,
speech.
yes.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
part of the movie.
I've had it with these goddamn sharks.
Oh,
I love Halloween.
yeah, man.
Dude. It's fall is my favorite time of year, probably because I am kind of a Halloween baby. My birthday is October 28th, 3 days before. I don't know, I've always kind of felt like a Halloween baby. But like I feel like this is like my season to thrive. I don't know if you feel the same way cuz you're just like 2 days older than me, but I don't know, something about fall. I just like I feel connected.
It just
to
always
this
makes me
time.
feel like good. Like I like the
Yeah.
fall feeling. I like seeing the color orange. I like
Yeah.
seeing black and purples. I just like
Yeah.
I like the whole aesthetic.
It's the time when like the chill in the air first sets in.
Yeah.
Like it starts to be fall out of nowhere, you know.
Yeah, totally.
I hate people that just have so much hate about seeing Halloween stuff at like the end of August and like what do you do with all that hate?
You
You know-
convert
you
it
know-
to hate for all of the Christmas decorations out
I
on
can't. I
October.
cannot believe people will post like they have nothing else better to say about their fucking useless day that they're having, and then to say, "I cannot believe I'm seeing pumpkins already and costumes. It is into August. Blah blah blah. Like
Well,
this has just ruined my day, ruined my life. I will not. I don't know how I will finish and move forward. Can you believe it? I have to let a stranger know about this. Like, I hate those people.
Dominic, when did you last hear somebody complain that much about Halloween?
Every year I see people just complain about seeing Halloween stuff like just a little too early.
Yeah.
And
I think
like
it's one of those things that you have to bring up. It's like how Christmas decorations come out in September.
Yeah.
people really bad at conversating are the ones that like bring up.
It's
their
like bringing up
annoyance.
humidity in Texas.
Yeah.
Ah, it's so humid.
It's humid out here. It's a hot day. I'm like, yeah, dude. Have
fucking
have you
Texas.
fucking ever been outside before here?
Yeah.
But if you think about it, like it just economically makes the most sense to put out stuff that has a very limited time span. Like,
Have you ever tried going to a Spirit Halloween store?
I went with my son and Roxanne pretty recently. It was cool.
Yeah, but early. Have you ever gone like before October hits?
It's pretty empty still.
Yeah.
They're like still, shit.
Yeah, oh boy, like tighten your bootstraps and prepare yourself for
And-
disappointment.
Yeah.
Why? You're disappointed going into a Spirit?
Well,
Early.
he's saying
if you go
early,
in early
before
like,
all the
it's-
cool stuff.
There's nothing
Oh.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have any of the setups. They've just got like some costumes.
I guess like mid-September is the time to go for them. They always have really cool stuff.
No,
Yeah.
you got to go October. October is where it's at.
Yeah.
That's when they're
Right
in
after
full
Halloween
swing.
is where it's at.
It's like
the
it's
discounts.
like 4th of July. Like the best time to buy 4th of July stuff is on 4th of July. I mean, they'll be sold out, but
If they're not, you can buy it.
I think it's part of the experience.
What's the best costume that y'all ever put together, put on? You made it or you bought it? Doesn't matter.
I used to try a lot harder when I was younger.
I'm thinking, I don't know.
I remember one year Sean was the moon,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a Halloween that we went to Ren Fair when we were like 17.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
before I started working there.
Yeah, it was a good costume though. He just put a bunch of paper on his head and
I
shaving
made it
cream.
the day of.
The day of, on the way there, he even rock climbed as it, and he had like no head movement that he could do. And I just remember the rock climbing guy like, "You get any of that shit on my rock, I'm gonna beat your ass." Like, he was classic Ren Fair employee. It was hilarious. And then later on that day, when you took it all off, apparently it's not good for you to put shaving cream on your face for an extended period of time.
Is it just
Yeah,
red?
all of my hairs were like standing out on end. Like I was like 17 or 16, so I still had my peach fuzz.
Yeah.
But it was like
Yeah, he didn't have the
it
really
was
good facial hair
sticking
that he
right
has
out.
now.
Yeah, I was like an electrified peach. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, that shaving cream, you shouldn't put it on for a long period of time.
It'll fuck you
It'll
up.
fuck you up. Yeah, I can't think of like
You've
a
done
really
some
good.
I want to say you've been one to like make your costumes. Before.
Yeah,
you know what you're really good at. You used to
Huh.
do it all the time. You
The
used to
face
make
painting?
the prop like gory looking.
Yeah,
stuff.
I used to do the sci-fi makeup. I could do like the burned effects or tears or cuts or whatever bullshit. But,
And that skeleton face paint, that
yeah,
was cool.
yeah, those were cool. I think when I was a demon, that was cool too. Man, the
You're still a demon.
I'm still a demon, but
Depends on who
accurate.
you ask.
Yeah, there's none that really stand out. What about you?
I was really proud of being Aquaman, but for like 2 years in a row, I was female cartoon characters
Mm-hmm.
because I was doing scuba diver stuff and
We did Powerpuff Girls once.
did
That was
Powerpuff
cool.
Girls. That was really fun. But I remember dancing, singing as a Blossom, and then that wig. I wore a big long red wig,
Mm-hmm.
and the hairs would, as I'm singing and belting and being all punk rock and cool, the shit is getting in my mouth, and I am literally about to throw up because I can feel like the wig hair going down my throat.
Oh yeah.
And I just remember
That's rock and roll,
how
baby.
terrible it was. You were the meteor for that show.
Yeah,
Yeah, you dressed in
I
all black.
dressed
You
up
held a
like-
meteor and like a little waving ribbon.
yeah, and I
thing.
like ran around and did my
then
thing.
Sean came out as a monster for that show.
Giant monster, yeah.
The next year, I was that chick from Bob's Burgers.
Oh yeah,
Tina.
yeah,
Tina
Tina.
Belcher.
I was
yeah.
I was Tina, and my wife was Jimmy Jr. And that was really fun. But as soon as I started playing, I immediately remembered like, oh, why the hell did am I deciding to perform with a wig on? Because the same thing is happening, except on this night. It was really cold. It was a super cold Halloween that year. Like the year before, it was like 96 degrees on Halloween. The next year, it was like 48 degrees.
It
Like,
kind of gives you a new level of respect for drag queens.
yeah, like
they,
they
do every performance. in a
I bet
wig.
you I bet you they have like a posture that like favors like how they do it. Like I understand now. Like,
I think they have nicer wigs too.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, they probably bought better wigs.
Yeah.
But that was real fun.
Yeah. I did a salad finger costume.
I think Salad Fingers was my favorite of yours.
Oh my god, that was so
Yeah.
fun.
And the dolphin.
yeah, the dolphin.
The
was
dolphin
nice,
was
too.
pretty great.
Man, I used to put so much work into my costumes. Now, like as I'm older, I just don't have the time for it anymore.
I wanted to dress up this year, but I'm probably just gonna be in the hospital.
You're dressing up right now.
Yeah, it's true. And I already had this costume. I bought this like last year or the year before, I think. I wore it for a little bit, then I took it off because it's really fucking hot.
Why a hammerhead?
Why not a hammerhead?
Like, did you have like options you were looking at, or did you just see this and you're like,
I had options, and I was like, the shark is what I want.
was there a close second?
Was there? I don't think there was. If there was, I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're just in love with the hammerhead.
I know. I saw it. I think it was the head and the eyes for me.
You know what are the worst costumes?
Huh.
The one that like that breathalyzer costume, and the breathalyzer tube is like where your dick is supposed to be.
yeah.
Like, I went to a party once and like 3 people had that costume on. Like, oh, you're so clever.
You can really tell what's on the shelf at Spirit.
You can tell
Yeah.
who's like single.
Yeah, that too.
Did you guys ever trick or treat back in the day?
Oh yeah, all the time. My dad was in charge of taking me and like my brothers and whatever friends we had around at the time in the back of his truck, and he would take us to each street so we didn't have to walk. But it was like really cool. It was like every year, and then he was like really big into Halloween too. So my dad went all out for Halloween. He would like paint his face too. He actually went as far as going to a nail salon one time, and he had them put on fake nails because he was the devil. So he had like horns attached, painted his face red. He had like the legit nails, and he was walking around town freaking the fuck out of all the little kids, and he was loving it. He fucking ate that shit up. He's like, yes, fear me. But yeah, my dad. That's probably also why I love Halloween so much. Yeah.
Did your dad really like it?
My dad went all out. He dressed as Sting one year. I think I have pictures of it too. If I could find them, I'll send them in.
Well,
but
that was my favorite wrestler for a while.
yeah, he would like dress up like
Sting?
Sting. Yeah, he'd go all out. My dad had like
He
the
looked
long
cool.
hair too. Yeah.
We're not talking about wrestling right now. That was last episode.
Sorry, I missed out.
You missed it.
All right. I actually walked door to door for most of my Halloweens. Yeah, I feel like I was one of the last few to actually have that happen, because like after that, shortly, I just remember everybody like was being driven around. So rather than just have kids running around all over the place, there are just cars like back to back, bumper to bumper traffic through all the neighborhoods.
See, my dad was like the only one doing it, and everyone else was walking.
Yeah, man, I miss walking around. Like you get a group of kids, you know, and you're like a little gang, you know, hitting up all the houses for their candy. You get a
Totally.
tip off. Oh, these guys have the
It
big
depends on the
candy
neighborhood
bars.
that you're in. That small neighborhood that I lived in like the 9th grade.
Yeah, Lake Conroe Hills.
Lake Conroe Hills. In the 9th grade, Sean and I were goth kids.
Y'all were already
So
goth
that
kids.
Halloween was our time.
Halloween was like our time. We had a couple of our goth friends with us, and we were just going. We were still kind of trick or treating, even though we weren't like really dressed up. But we were like, it was okay. We just got away with it.
Yeah, I think we were just kind of walking around looking for stuff to do.
Suddenly, as we are cutting through the neighborhood, these kids from school try picking on me and Sean. And our friends had already walked ahead of us, so we were in the back, and then they're fucking with us. We're about to get jumped on Halloween because supposedly one of us was talking to like one of their girlfriends in a classroom. I don't even remember who.
It was definitely you.
It was my fault.
Yeah, one of them was mad because I guess you had been talking to his girlfriend or something. Yeah.
Shame.
Yeah,
But
and
I
then
remember
one of them,
you're the one that got attacked, though.
Yeah, one of
Like,
them whopped me in the back of the head. Turns out I knew who that guy was, but
with his bag of candy. I remember him spilling his bag of candy as soon as he did that and being like, "Oh shit!" But I couldn't even like tell if he hit you or not, or if he.
yeah, he whopped the back of my head, and I did a little tumble, but yeah,
I just remember him spilling his candy, going like, "Oh fuck," and then we were like, "Shit!"
There's some dharma right there.
And then we just jetted. We didn't even try to be tough guys about it.
No, yeah.
We just got with our crew, and
It was already spooky season. I was spooked. I don't know about you guys, but as a kid, like your imagination just gets to go wild during Halloween, like, and it gets you get to take it to a place you don't normally get to. Like, you know, Christmas is like a cheery time and whatnot, but like it's it was so novel, like as a kid, to have all these spooky things around, and you can just like let your imagination go wild. There was like this kind of magic in the air at the time. And every once in a while, I still get it now, you know? Now I think it's more of a nostalgic feel. But back then, there's definitely this level of imagination that went with it. I think that's why I went so hard every time we did costumes, you know? I miss that a lot.
Yep.
We need to set up a little Halloween party.
Remember that block party we did in Montrose?
That was such an
That
awesome
Halloween
party.
one. That was the best Halloween party like we ever all put together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when you were
Aquaman and you were the
I was a dolphin.
dolphin.
Yeah, I slept with this girl who was dressed like Beyonce.
Yeah, I remember her doing like a sexy dance.
Yeah,
and
I was like, this girl.
she was doing a sexy dance towards you, and you're
and
a dolphin.
I'm like in full dolphin
and
mode.
you're just doing like a dolphin dance, flippers and all.
Yeah, I was bashful.
Oh my god.
It was the strangest thing.
Yeah, by the
had
time
ever
she like
seen.
started
Yeah.
shaking her vagina at me, I was like, all right, it's time to go upstairs.
Yeah, but this party, so let me set the scene for you for all the viewers and listeners. So his apartment complex, there was probably maybe 25 units, if that. It was pretty
No,
small.
less than that.
It was less than that. It was
10
really
or
small.
less.
And it was kind of like in a L shape. And then they had like a driveway, and that was it. It was the smallest apartment complex ever. Like you drove in I think they may have had like 10 parking spots in
At
there
most.
at most. Like literally that was it. Like
Oh,
if you
yeah.
didn't park inside, you parked on the street, and you had to come in, and they had like a sliding gate that would close it off. So all the residents on Halloween kind of had like an open door policy where all their front doors were literally open, and we were just hopping to everyone's different apartment and taking shots because it was my birthday and his birthday weekend.
I forgot about the Jello shots.
Yeah, so Dom's
That's the
birthday
trick
is
with Jello
October.
shots.
Yeah, Dom's birthday is October 26th. My birthday is October 28th. So typically we always have like a joint
since
birthday.
we've known each other, it's always a double birthday.
It's always a double's birthday, but which is fine. I'm cool with it. And so yeah,
not.
he's not, but he's gonna have to deal with it.
Only one.
But
my day.
We really should have you guys wrestle over like the birthday crown.
That'd be
cool.
funny. That'd be funny.
We
But
only
yeah,
got one gift for you this year. Now
But
you gotta fight for it.
winner takes all.
Okay.
But yeah, so we just we went to each apartment, took shots. We were really messed up by the end of the night, but it was a fucking awesome party. Like that was hands down one of the best parties I've ever attended, just because of being able to and these weren't people I didn't know all of them. We didn't know all of them. We were
I woke
meeting people that day.
Yeah, I woke up with several strangers sleeping in my living room.
Yeah, there was everyone was kind of shuffled around. No one really woke up in their apartment.
I woke up in mine.
You woke up in yours, but there was people that lived in your apartment complex that woke up in your apartment. They didn't even wake up home.
I remember there was this strange random guy that was sleeping on my couch.
Yeah, that just showed up. He didn't even live in the apartment complex.
He
He just
wouldn't
saw the
leave
party
either.
and he just came.
Yeah, he claimed to know someone there, but we're like, who do you know here? And he's like, so this was a complete stranger that just slept in my place. And then me and my friend, he was actually my roommate at the time, Tyler, started walking with him, and he was claiming to know one of his friends, and that he hangs out with him all the time at his place. And then Tyler immediately called out his bullshit, going, he doesn't have his own place. And then it got really awkward. Then the next moment, a metro bus comes. And we're, oh man, you should probably go hop on that. And he was, I got no money. I pulled out $5. I'm like, here you go, because I didn't want the stranger just hanging around us.
Yeah.
And he just hops on a random bus with $5 that I gave him. Who knows where that bus was going?
I remember that guy. Definitely had some crackhead energy going.
He did. Man, I had to work the next morning, and I woke up in Houston, and I worked in, I don't even remember where I was working at the time, but it was a drive away, at least 45 minutes drive. I had my wife call in sick for me because I couldn't even talk on the phone. I was throwing up in a bucket on the way home. I was I'm not going to work. Yeah, I didn't have that job for much longer. I left because it was a shitty job.
Was it Cindy's?
No, it was World Market. I fucking hated that job. And they last second put me on the schedule, even though I requested off for my birthday. And then I was like, I'm not fucking going, so I didn't go.
Well, World Market, if you want to sponsor us, we'll gladly edit that out. Are you allowed to show nipples on YouTube?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, sure. I have my top surgery video on YouTube.
Woo!
Woo! Do it. Flash them nips. Release them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Man, my ears are hurting.
Don't
I am
look,
on
don't
fire.
look. I'm trying.
I can't help it.
I'm sweating.
I couldn't even
over here.
say ooh because my voice cracked.
I'm in a puddle.
Favorite Halloween themed song?
Monster Mash.
Ooh, okay.
Monster Mash. It was a great big smash.
Yeah. Monster Mash. All right, chocolate or gummies?
Chocolate.
Chocolate?
Gummies.
Yeah. Dominic is correct. He wins points for this round.
Okay.
Ding ding ding.
You suck.
Well, I didn't
Yeah.
know I was guessing for you. I thought I was picking.
No, you were just picking the right. You got to pick the right one.
Oh, okay, my bad. Gotcha.
This isn't for me. This is just facts.
I
Gummies are better.
like candy corn.
I do too. But do you like the candy corn or do you like the pumpkin candy corn?
The pumpkin candy corn's a little too much.
Yeah, it's too much of a good thing. I like to bite the little white tips off of the candy corn because that's the best part, and then you eat the rest. The rest is all right, I'll settle for this. but
Candy
that white
corn is
tip-
like the Guy Fieri of Halloween candy. People are just hating on it for no reason. They're just expressing all this hate, it did something to them in their life.
yeah.
woke them up and tickled them inappropriately.
Do
Like,
people hate on Guy Fieri?
yeah, he was a butt of a joke for a while, and that guy's just a really nice, genuine guy. Donates so much money to charity. Donates so much money to people that worked in the restaurant industry that lost work because of you know what.
Yeah.
He's a real good guy.
Not to mention all those trips to Flavortown.
But yeah, he was just a butt of a joke. I just saw it was just a lot of hacky ass comedians making jokes about Guy Fieri.
It always is.
Fieri.
When we know
Fieri.
Gordon Ramsay's the one to. I think they're just too afraid to go toe to toe with Gordon Ramsay because he can spit some roasting bars right back at you.
I don't know. After watching Junior Chef, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah. After watching Junior Chef, I ain't afraid of him.
He was nice to the kids. He made a point to like be super nice and supportive to children. But the moment you're 18, you'd be like, "You are a fucking donut.
Get out of my kitchen." What was your least favorite candy to get on Halloween?
I hated getting the caramel apple
Lollipop?
lollipops.
I liked those.
I liked the caramel, but like they were always like 12 years old whenever you got one, so they were rocks.
'Cause
Yeah.
nobody ever
They were
wanted
not
them.
freshly bought. Like are the ones they saved from like previous Halloweens that they
Yeah.
get picked up.
I think mine were like the grape flavored nerds, like the box of like the nerd candy.
Yeah, any candy that's grape flavored, I'm like,
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't want it.
oh.
You know what I loved was those apples with razor blades in them.
Yeah, those are my
Great.
favorite too.
By the time like they were warning like us about like don't take anything that looks like someone made, no, I'm like no one does that anymore.
I've actually been given fruit.
You've been given
Given
fruit.
fruit?
Yeah, I've been given fruit for Halloween.
Would they give you a fucking banana or like?
I'd say orange.
I think I got a plum once.
That's so
and
random.
I got an apple another time. Popcorn balls. I've gotten those.
I've gotten popcorn balls.
Yeah. So I probably swallowed a few razor blades in my day. I ain't so heck. Just chew it well.
What classic show that y'all loved had like the best Halloween episode?
Even Stevens.
Even Steven, I remember that episode. I remember.
I don't.
I remember.
He had the costume where he was like riding the ostrich.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a really cool one. That was
Yeah.
just brand new back then.
Yeah, it was.
Now anyone can get.
And I recently just watched that one too, like maybe like 3 or 4 days ago. Like been rewatching.
You've been rewatching
Stevens.
Even Stevens.
I have.
All right.
Yeah.
I've been watching some YouTube videos of like the sister from that show. She just started a YouTube
I love her
channel.
YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Subscribe them. She's like, airing out all the dirty laundry, telling what's what, and I don't know, it's very informative, honestly.
Yeah, she's got a bit of a YouTube following.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
She talks about her time filming, what it was like being, on the Even Stevens, what a lot of the backstory on a lot of the shit was.
Yeah, she felt like Shia LaBeouf got like the better management, and I think something about like Katy Perry taking her album deal. she's
Yeah,
brought up.
and then her psychic taking a lot of her money, and then her just like the stupid shit
Wait,
she spent on her money.
she had a psychic take her money?
Yeah, she like got tricked by the psychic, and the psychic was like scheming her for thousands of dollars.
Oh,
and
wow.
yeah,
I mean,
robbed
that's
her.
what you get for paying for a psychic. Like, what do you expect?
Well, I mean,
Like-
I feel like that depends, because I do believe in psychics, and I feel like there are some that are gifted, but like I don't think everyone is, and I feel like
have you seen a psychic before?
I haven't, but I would love to go to one.
I've met a couple. They're a trip.
Yeah.
I saw one once. It was a Christian sidekick.
Oh.
It was here in Conroe.
What?
Yeah, it's on Fraser, right by where that Joe's Italian place is.
That does not surprise
Wow.
me.
I didn't realize that was like a Christian establishment.
To me, all these psychic people are a bunch of loonies. So, and I went in with a friend. You must be a musician. People tell me that, like, oh, they're gonna surprise me, 'cause, like the way I looked at the time, like, no shit, I fucking played guitar. Like,
You know what's funny is nobody asks me that anymore, and now I actually can. I remember telling people yes to that. They'd ask, "Are you in a band?" I'd just say yes anyway. Did you guys ever play Halloween type like themed video games?
I wasn't really big into video games. Like I had a
That's a shame.
PlayStation 2, like the minis whenever they first came out, And that was it. I got rid of it a couple of years ago, but I don't actually have a gaming system right now.
Man, I remember as a kid, I'd play like trick-or-treating games on the computer.
That's so sad.
That's not sad. You get to trick-or-treat multiple times in a season. It's cool.
Yeah, okay.
Get virtual candy.
Yeah, you can like pick up new costumes and stuff. It was fun.
Sounds like a terrible game.
You got to hit every house in the neighborhood. Thank you for servicing us on our wild trip through the Halloween time days. We'll catch you next week. Like and subscribe, and overall, just to tell people that we're good at what we do. We'll see you next week.
We will see you next
I
week.
hope y'all have a spooky Halloween.
Where was that energy when we started?
Ooh.
Let's start over. All right, guys. Peace.
All right. Good night.
Good night.